I'm going to be doing a three-part video series on avoiding injury while exercising. And the first thing I'm going to be talking about is stretching, warming up for your exercise. Stretch after exercise is also a good idea, but it's going to be your pre-exercise activities. Now, there's a lot of different stretching you can do. And lots of information out there on the interwebs on good form and what you're supposed to do. The best approach, of course, is to talk to a personal trainer. Now, how do you find these personal trainers? Well, probably the best way, you go to a gym, and just about every gym has a personal trainer, at least one. And you pay for them by the hour, and they tell you, they help you out with whatever it is you're working on at that time. And they can help you come up with strategies for stretching. Now, stretching is things that you just have to do. You may say, whether you go to a gym or not, you may say, hey, I only have 30 minutes to do a quick workout, or I only have 20 minutes. I don't have time to stretch, because stretching takes time. But to avoid injury, you got stretching ahead of time. You got to do some warming up ahead of time. I attend some gyms, several gyms I've attended. Some have dedicated stretching areas where you can go and stretch, and that kind of encourages all the members to stretch before they work out. But a lot of gyms don't have those areas, and so there, so there isn't that encouragement to do the stretching. And it can sometimes seem a little awkward. You walk into a gym, everybody's working out, and you're going to go off to a corner somewhere and start stretching. That makes it a little awkward, especially when you see everybody else just coming right out of the locker room and working out right away without stretching. Going to a gym, it's a little bit easier to do some stretching before you're at your house. We're going to go for a walk at lunchtime at work. Maybe a little awkward to be stretching at your desk before you go for that walk. But if you want to avoid injury, again, the stretching is essential. If you don't stretch, you get an injury, and then you start appreciating why you should be stretching. Now, what's on the screen here is kind of tough to read because there's so much on here. You don't have to do all of these stretches. It depends on what you're going to be exercising, how much stretching you want to do. Of course, if you've got time to stretch everything every time before you go do anything, that's awesome. Like if you're just going to go for a walk, you want to stretch your legs, maybe stretch your lower back, that kind of a thing. There's another good stretch put out by Oxford Fencing Club, kind of some really good stretches. So this too is good for the lower back, especially if you're walking or doing, maybe your bicycle or a treadmill or maybe an elliptical or something like that. Get a good stretch is really important. If you number 3, you'll probably end up with a cramp in your neck, and everybody knows how painful those are. 7 and 8, if you're doing leg exercises like walking, running, any kinds of things, and you're not doing 7 or 8, probably going to end up with Charlie horse in your calf muscles or something. So again, avoid injury. Let's do some pretty good stretches. Let's talk a little bit here about flexibility. And if you hook up with a personal trainer, they'll probably test you for your flexibility. They'll have you just sit and try to touch your toes, like what this picture is showing. And they, depending on where you're at, they may have a tool that measures how close to your toes you can get. Can you get to the toes? Can you get beyond the toes? That's all a good measurement of what your flexibility is. Now, I can't reach my toes. I don't think, even when I was in my best shape, I don't think I could reach my toes because I'm just not that flexible. I kind of tend to skip out on my after workout stretches, and as a result, that impacts your flexibility. But as you probably know, if you can stay flexible, then that's going to reduce your injuries, not when you're working out, but just when you're doing anything throughout the day. You got to carry something up the stairs, or move something from one place to another. If you're flexible and you can twist and turn and do all that kind of stuff, you're going to avoid pain and injury. So obtaining this level of flexibility is a good goal to strive for, and it all starts back with doing prop stretches so that you can reach the flexibility area. Set out your fitness goals. Having some flexibility goals isn't a bad idea. You think of you want to lose weight, you want to build strength. Maybe I want to do a 5K someday. But flexibility goals is a good idea too. I want to be able to sit and touch my toes. There's a lot of other flexibility goals that you can check out, not just touching your toes, but all of this is really essential. Maybe for you it might be I want to bend over and pick something up without feeling pain in my back or my knees or my legs, right? Another important aspect to avoiding injury is making sure you warm up after you do all your stretches and you get limber. Now, you don't just jump right into the workout and go full blast. I see that at the gym a lot, and I just think, those individuals are going to head to an injury someday. Usually, it tends to be, the younger people in the gym in their 20s. They can injury and bounce back pretty quickly. Any kind of age on you, that going to recover quite as fast. So you want to warm up, and the way you warm up is just some easy exercise. You could use your own body weight to exercise, so push-ups, sit-ups isn't a bad thing. Walking is an excellent way to warm up. When I go to the gym and I warm up, I get on a stationary bike and I pedal for a little while. I'll pedal for maybe 15 minutes. Start getting the blood flow going, get my heart rate building up. I start off at a very relaxing pace and then slowly increase the pace as I start to warm up. If you've got access to a treadmill, walking on it is great. Start very slow, so slow that it kind of feels like it's a waste of time. And then maybe every 30 seconds, bump it up just a little bit. If you don't have access to equipment and you're just going for a walk around the block, you don't have to go full blast right away. Just start off at a very slow pace and then start picking it up as you get going. So warming up is very important. Help avoiding those kinds of injuries. So that's the end of the first video. Come back next time, and we'll continue the topic on how to avoid injuries while exercising.